This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Was I muted? Oh my god, I was muted. I muted my own mic. Damn. Was I muted? Oh my god. Yeah, I was just doing a test to see if my mic wasn't working. Didn't realize I was muted for the whole like cutscene intro. But whatever, it's fine. Am I supposed to do it again?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, nice. Look at the keyboard sound effects. What was that? Oh, 420.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Hey man, shut up. Shut up. See this spilled coffee? I need to clean it up ASAP. I hate Mondays. Is anybody else like that? Let's be honest. Because Mondays, hey, I don't like them either.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left. To be honest, I really don't know my directions. But okay. It's a nice painting. Well, not painting, it's a nice photo. Now, if I was like in an office or something, I'd want like actual paintings, not like just like this, like photographs. I feel like paintings are nicer to look at, depending on what painting you're getting and stuff. Want some like good old oil paintings.
Here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Hold on, I'm looking up oil paintings. Yeah, oil paintings. I like those. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Huh. What is hot? Target demographic, teenagers. Stripes, okay. This is probably the same one up. Montage free to play. Whoa.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Exactly. Which way is my boss's place? Is this it? What is this it? Exclusive bathroom. Wait a minute. They don't let you flush the toilet. Okay. I thought this game would be good, but I guess not. See, this looks nice. I like this. To be rich is a crime. To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
My birth year, okay. Probably the birth year. I'm my boss's favorite employee. Was it 2845?
Stanley just sat around, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
My goodness gracious. Big red button. But yeah, I have played this, but it's been a while, so I don't really remember much.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. I gotta listen to a narrator. Do I press this? I'm not sure if I can.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What the deuce? This is not cool, man.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
This is messed up, man.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided
It's
that
actually
this
so dark in
machinery
here.
would never
I can
again
barely tell I'm
exert its
coming.
terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Mind controls idle. Wait. Okay, we got a real choice here. What do you want to choose, huh? Narrator's not. Oh, damn, it's really snowing out there. Yeah, off. I think we did, y'all.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Oh my
Unshackled
God.
himself from someone else's command.
Defeated Big Brother.
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet,
Oh my God.
even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley
Jeez,
reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where
my
had
God.
his co-workers gone? How had he been
It's
freed
beautiful,
from the
man.
machine's grasp? What
Oh
other
my-
mysteries did this
Wait a
strange
minute.
building
Is this
hold?
still?
But as sunlight
Oh my
streamed into the
God.
chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand,
Oh my
but
God.
to let go.
It's beautiful,
No longer
man.
would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lived,
I can see the
it
grass.
will be his.
Oh my
And
God.
that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the
Oh
open
my
door.
God. Oh.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Oh, it smells so good. Oh, nature.
Possibilities that
Oh.
path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
What the deuce?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
No.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Peculiar. My goodness.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what, man? Screw you, narrator.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Damn right. Damn right. Look at this, man.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a
Look
few
at- oh
moments
my
here in this
God.
immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I literally am. I'm trying to get some cold drinks.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nah. Wait, what? Nah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Huh.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
Okay.
chance.
Okay. I'll give you a chance then. Danger everywhere. No. That could be a sign.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
The red door. Hold on. What was the right pill to take in the Matrix? What pill did Neo take? Okay, the red pill was the right one.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for?
What were we looking for?
Here. Yes.
Oh my
It's
God.
beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here,
Oh,
right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I
I'm
actually feel
I'm feeling
happy.
happy, man. I'm feeling happy as well, man. This is fucking beautiful. This type of shit you see in the Las Vegas sphere. Blood Bill fucking Las Vegas sphere in his office. Oh my God. I think I never liked this part. I can't remember how long I stayed in here for, but I just stayed in here for a while to see if anything else happened. I don't think it does, but we're going to start something here. You know how there's speed runs, right? Why isn't there no such thing as slow runs? To take as much time as possible
No,
in
wait.
the game.
Where are you going?
I mean, you can always make it infinite. Oh, we can just, no, we'll go back for him. We'll go back for him.
Right. Where were we?
Oh, see, they're a different color now. Oh, was that red? Is that red I'm seeing? Is that like kind of like a hot pink I'm seeing? It's like hot pink and red. What the deuce? This is just really beautiful, man. I'm just taking it all in. Imagine if they made a VR version of this game. There'd be like more extra stuff. Be like Stanley's like being like a Stanley, stop pushing stuff off the desk, you stupid wanker. It'd be like that.
Oh no, stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Oh my god.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
That makes this actually feel so messed up. I don't want to take away his happiness. Imagine this is like AI. Like imagine like the Stanley Parable was just a huge AI narrator. Like imagine the narrator had like a full consciousness and stuff. And this is like actually something that makes him happy.
We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Like he resets every time.
No.
Like you reset.
What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
But it's like a possible glitch or something that he has deja vu.
You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Man, I would messed up. Like, imagine, bro.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No!
Oh no.
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Okay. I guess we failed. We have to go back here. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both
is it
be
really?
happy. We really can. If we stop moving.
Maybe I'm just not as happy as you, man. I'm just not as happy as you, man.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this. No. What are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I don't know, man.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself on this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Maybe I'm just selfish. But like, man, I want to be happy too. And that shit doesn't make me happy.
I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Choices make me happy, man. That's what makes me happy.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, on the left, eh?
Yet there was not a single person
What
here.
the deuce? No one here?
Feeling a wave
What?
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No, screw boss.
Oh, no.
This is...
Oh, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
What, man? Okay. You
Coming
know
to
what?
a staircase,
We're going
Stanley walked
downstairs, eh?
upstairs to his boss's office.
This looks sinister.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors
What the
close
deuce?
automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Wait a
No,
minute.
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Wait a
At
minute.
last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Wait a
Then
minute.
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun,
Oh my
and
God.
Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. He closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. The press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
What the deuce?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be.
Oh
Can
my
anyone
God.
hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
The end is never ending. The end is never ending. The end is never ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it mean, man?
To go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I can't take this, man. I gotta escape. I gotta escape.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Now, should I? Nah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I really wish that PlayStation would pick up like Discord calls. Like I know like you can if you like third party stuff on it. But yeah, I want to play Final Fantasy 14 online later. I just like to actually stare at it, but like
That's
you know.
her, Stanley.
Oh my God.
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What did this?
I think you had a loving wife. They
No.
want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? No.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
What you mean for real, bro?
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
It scares me, blah. Spend time with the boys.
So he went
Hey.
further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Hey, I'm not sure if you hear that, but I'll be holding something, eh?
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible
Just
paths
looking
and
at the tags,
destinations.
bro. Looking at
Down
tags.
one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I want to just wait and see if he does anything. But yeah, I was just like, so when I play Final Fantasy 14 online later, like after, as soon as like I end the stream, which would be like when it becomes like, hold on, how long I've been streaming? Like in 20 minutes, I'll stop streaming. Well, like when it reaches like an hour, I'll like if I'm in the middle of a run, I'll just finish that run, then stop streaming. That's how it's going to be. But yeah, so like they're playing on PC. I only got PlayStation, and you know they'd be using Discord. So yeah, like it just doesn't pick up their audio, which is a bummer. But also, I don't think he's going to say anything, but it'll be kind of cool if they made a second one. Like if they just like make more games like these. Doesn't have to be called like Stanley Parable. Maybe just some, I don't know. But yeah, like a sequel or something like this would be kind of cool. I mean, it's fun. I mean, I'm not sure you can call it. Well, I don't know. It's basically just walking around, but it's just it's funny. But yeah, it'd be kind of cool if they made another one. I don't think they will, and that's fine. They don't have to. I'm not saying they have to. I'm just saying it'd be kind of cool.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried...
What the deuce, man? Okay.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Wait. There's an open door there. Is it possible to get over there? There's two open doors. Wait a minute. No. Unless it's like...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What did I do last time? So I went downstairs and I did this thing. I can go to escape. What was the other thing? It's like...
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
And we never did this yet, but I know there's another thing we can do over there. And I don't know. I'm gonna go over here this time.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nope.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Is it really?
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay.
No, not
Oh,
right.
whoa.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down...
Man, just
left,
let me make the choice.
Right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
This way, okay.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Oh.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
From the top.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait.
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change
go through the
anything
script
when you were
again,
back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Oh,
No.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Damn right.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Adventure.
Come, Stanley.
Oh.
Let's
Oh.
find the story.
Oh my god. There's too much choices. I'm getting overstimulated. I kind of like this one. Looks like back rooms. Oh my god. They're making us... Okay, okay. Oh. I like that. This is nice. I actually like this. Boring.
I'll say
It's
it.
boring, but I like
This is
the
the
ocean.
worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
What? No, there's something
I
over
find it
here.
unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
I was still adventuring, bro. Bro, I was actually getting into the flow of it.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait.
Okay, yep, it's
Okay,
Wes.
okay.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story.
Story.
Here it comes.
Okay, we got the story, guys. We're about to
No,
see
wait,
this. What?
never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay, okay. What the deuce?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
It doesn't look like no story,
but I
bro.
believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Oh my god. Oh my
I know
god.
you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
Unbelievable.
Good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
What do you
Some
mean,
people
man?
win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
The Stanley
All
Parable
right,
Adventure
I've got a
Line.
solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay, okay. They can't just waste power, okay? Wait a minute. Strange.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley,
God.
to destiny.
To destiny.
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Whoa, whoa,
Simply
whoa.
by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
It's
You know
just a...
what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, I think so too, man. It's kind of loud, but okay. What was that?
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
What?
Oh, no, not again,
God
Line. How could
damn
you have
it,
done this
man.
to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
This is a bummer. Can we trust the line?
Stanley, I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
This direction? Okay.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I'm thinking, bruh.
Oh, no, not you again.
Oh, my...
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I'm not. Okay, it's gone. Okay, we got a red line.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I understand that logic, yeah.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
The confusion ending.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? I was just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Huh.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Huh.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Someone's watching, man. I'm paranoid, man. Someone's watching me. New content. We got new content here.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Oh my god. There's actually going to be new content here. I'm about to lose my gorg here, man.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yeah,
Okay,
Ultra
so
Deluxe
far it's
content,
an
eh?
Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
What?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, here we go.
What the deuce?
All right, finally,
Oh.
at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready.
No, I'm gonna
Let's do it.
I'm gonna make myself some buffalo chicken wing dip later.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I want to see it too, man. Relax.
All right, let's see.
The jump circle.
The jump circle?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, let's leave it at 21.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, there has to be.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these.
I'm gonna pause this and look at the trophies. How I go with trophies? I don't want to like exit the game. I'm not going to exit the game. It's going to just pause my stream. How do I go into trophies again? Can I go to from the like? I guess I gotta go home to my home first. Trophies. Where's the Stanley Parable in my trophies, huh? I'm looking for it. And damn, where is it, man? Imagine I already passed it. Oh, there it is. Okay, okay. Only got wait, only got 4 trophies. Dude, I should get the platinum for this. Excellent job following directions. Okay, okay. Test trophy. I'm going to pin this trophy to. Yeah, I'm pinning this trophy right now.
People on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never
Wait,
have
how
lived
do I
up to
actually get
such
the trophy?
expectations.
I looked at it and I
If you're still
expected to
with
get
me,
it.
why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Man, I wonder. I thought I would. I think I did every single thing in when I first played this. Like I said, I don't remember like really anything. Um. Okay, let's look. How I just really want to get this trophy. How to get the test trophy? Stanley in Stanley Parable. Play through the game enough times, exploring different endings, and reaching the new content section will you eventually trigger the special ending that unlocks a trophy. Essentially, the game is. Okay. I basically just have to keep on playing the game a lot. Yeah. How long have I been streaming now? Oh, it's been an hour. Whoa.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Oh my god. Okay, okay. We gotta see this. That's a fan.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone.
Oh my god.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh my god. Was this actually something you can get? I'm just wondering. The only like PC game that I got on disc was like Halo 2, and I didn't even know how like I'm not sure. I don't think my PC could run it. I'm not sure. Like I don't know. I wasn't able to play it. I think I was just too stupid to understand how it started. I don't know. So yeah, I never got to play Halo 2. I still have never played it. I'm trying to play through all the Halo games, but I don't really get my Xbox that much. Audience award, okay. I can't. Stanley Parable, eh? Good times. The original remake. Trip down memory lane. To $1. I'm assuming for this one you have to have the game still installed, right? I don't know. I'm not sure if it's on this PlayStation or not. No, I know it's definitely on the PC. I wonder if they still have it for the Ultra Deluxe Edition or if it's just for the original. I'm assuming you had to have the game installed for 5 years. New video game releasing today. Was this actually? Nah, I doubt it. I doubt this was on the New York Times. Now, business leaders pushing the election of. Okay. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Can I just sit down? Okay, I guess I can't just sit down for a moment.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all.
I like how it
It
says
isn't even
Persona
a Stanley
3.
Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Okay, of all games, they say Persona 3. Like, I don't know. When was Persona 3 even released? I have to assume, like... let me look. ...2006. Literally, yeah. I wasn't, like... I wasn't at the time where I was playing games and stuff. What's down here, though? Oh, okay. Yeah, I do have it though. I just never like beat it. I have like on the Switch and the PlayStation 2.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
What the
What's
deuce?
this? What's down here?
Isn't this like
no,
a...
God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, we got another review down here.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Hey man, it's just a couple reviews, man.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time, everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime.
Okay.
Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go?
No, where's the door?
Just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door, as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing?
Boring.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret.
Yeah, yada, yada. Yada, yada, yada.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there.
Yeah, okay.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the
We're progressing through time. What? Okay. We're going to end it here. Begin the game again. Resume the game. Okay. Yeah, okay. We're going to end it here. We're going to play some Final Fantasy 14. I'll play this probably maybe later today or tomorrow. Well, yeah. Well, see y'all. See y'all later or whatever. Yep.